When you know it's gone, you can only carry on. Christmas.
Hi, how are you?
Is here.
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, really good, thank you. So to begin, do you want to introduce yourself a little bit? Because I know that you're working in a lot of different areas in the music industry, but for now we're
That's right.
talking, yeah, but for now we're talking about your musical project, Paul Go. So do you want to tell me how you started and where you're now, and maybe also the inspiration about the name? So.
Sure, yeah. So, my name is Paul Oliver, and I'm a singer-songwriter. As you said, I wear a few different hats. I'm also an academic. I work as a lecturer in music management and entrepreneurship. And also, I run a record label, which I've been running for about 5 or 6 years now. So, I started as a musician, writing songs, and yeah, I did a music degree. I did that for 3 years at Newcastle Uni, and that really inspired me to just really focus on playing guitar and writing songs. And yeah, I've been doing that for quite a few years now. Lost count how long I've been doing it. And I used to just self-release music. I used to just record songs on a 4-track, and I'd play local gigs and then I'd give them out. That kind of turned into playing in bands, and played quite a lot around the UK in a band called Air Force Amy. And we had sort of moderate success, and then I was kind of in another band after that disbanded, which was more of like a folk band, and with a cellist and a violinist. We had a drummer, and that was when I really got into the songwriting properly, I'd say. Before that, I was kind of writing pop songs, and then that kind of, I don't know if it matured me, but I kind of focused more on song structures and things like that. And yeah, I played in a folk band for about 5 years. We still play occasionally. They were called AOK. And yeah, we released some kind of was it like non-science stuff, I would say, unofficial releases.
Okay.
But it wasn't really until I started doing my own solo projects in the last 3 or 4 years that I've started to release my own music, releasing it on Spotify. And at the same time, I've sort of been working with my label, Gambia Records. And as you know, we've worked with some really talented up-and-coming artists, and particularly in London, but also around the UK. And so that's kind of one thing that I'm very passionate about, is obviously working with up-and-coming artists. But since lockdown, I've been spending a lot more time in my own studio here, recording songs. And yeah, I put my first song out in 3 years, called Egg Fried Noodles, which was released on the 10th of October. And yeah, it's exciting.
Okay, so do you want to tell me a little bit about your new song? Because it was also released on Mental Health Day, if I'm right.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, so-
I mean, I was, I had like a number of songs that I was working on since we went into lockdown in March last year. Seems a long time ago now, but yeah, I didn't really have a proper studio set up at home. So I just started getting different bits of equipment and recording ideas down. And then, yeah, this song, Egg Fried Noodles, was one that I wrote a few years ago. I had all the music for it, but I just didn't have the other instrumentation, and I didn't have all the lyrics. And so I've been working on them over the last few months. And then it just so happened around August, I managed to get a good version down, and then added all the instrumentation. And yeah, I was getting ready for releasing it, and I was thinking, what could I do that would kind of be significant for me? And the lyrics of the song are a little bit about my own personal experience with mental health. And yeah, when I saw that date, I thought, yeah, that's a perfect opportunity to release it and kind of publicize a little bit about mental health as well.
Yeah, it's really nice. I think it works really well with the song.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. And so are there any plans, maybe more releases or a video or something coming soon?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, because I do everything myself.
Yeah.
I sort of do everything on a shoestring, and I do it all in my extra time. So I do it on evenings and weekends, as I think a lot of musicians do. And so, yeah, it was an achievement for me to actually get the thing recorded and get it released. But yeah, I'd really like to release another song with a music video and do a bit more of a campaign behind it. I did a little bit of a campaign this time through Ditto Music, and yeah, got some radio play, got some reviews, and the reception to it was really good. So it's kind of inspired me to keep recording, and yeah, I'm looking to release a single before Christmas.
Oh, okay. That's really good.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, and so what was your favorite gig memory from a gig that you played? Because I saw you also had like a show recently where you played with someone together. Or...
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I play quite regularly with someone who I was in a band with, Laura Victoria. She's actually based in London. Amazing cellist and singer-songwriter. I think she runs a community choir as well. And we were in a band together for a few years, AOK. And then, yeah, she moved to London and I went away to do a PhD. And we disconnected for a while. And then, yeah, when I was working in London, I think where we met, we started playing a bit together. We jammed together. I appeared on one of her songs that she released. I featured on that.
Okay.
And she got me back into gigging. I hadn't gigged in a while. And yeah, it was really good fun. We played, where is it? We played a little pub in King's Cross. I'll have to remember the name. It'll come back to me. It's a little folk pub. Harrison's.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So yeah, it's just downstairs in a pub, and they have like some amazing musicians from all around the world. Normally quite small folk artists, but they tour internationally. And yeah, I've seen some amazing gigs there, and I was lucky enough to perform there as well. So yeah, that's probably my most memorable.
Okay, cool. And you also recently released, well, you co-wrote a chapter in a book, if I'm right.
Yes.
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 So do you want to tell me a little bit about the book? And
I can show you. I've got a.
Yeah, perfect.
You hear a crash? It's just.
Ah, cool. Yeah.
So, yeah, we're very lucky. Stefan Lalchev, who's a friend of mine, also an academic, we both sort of have an interest in writing about music management. And this call for a book, which is talking about the present and future of music law. It's an edited book by Ann Harrison and Tony Rigg. And Ann's a very, as you know, very well-known music lawyer in London. She's worked with some big artists. So I just couldn't turn that opportunity down. So we wrote a chapter and it was accepted, and it was published in August through Bloomsbury, New York. So yeah, that's exciting. Talking about music creators, you know, the conflict between copyright and creators, you know, like YouTubers and TikTokers, that kind of thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'll have to read it. I have to get the book.
Yeah, you should have a look. I'll send over a link to it.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, thank you. Okay. And so is there any like a gig or I don't know musician or anything that you would like to like go on tour with, or a venue that you would like to play, or anything that you think that would be like a dream in your music career?
Yeah, I'd love to play on Jules Holland. That would be an amazing moment. But I think probably a little bit of work to get to that sort of point. I mean, I just love playing. You know, I really enjoy playing. And so just to perform more. I think it's been really difficult over the last year or so, especially for me, I was just starting to get back into the gigs again, and then we couldn't do it at all. So yeah, I'm looking to perform next year. We've applied for some festivals and things, so I'm hoping I can play some festival dates, and then that'll be the start of regular gigging again. So and I'm based quite close to Edinburgh, so yeah, there's some good venues in Edinburgh, and just get back to the gigging. But yeah, long term, who knows? You never know.
Yeah, but it will be cool. No. Okay, and my last question is always, if you could organize a dinner party or a regular party, anything that you want, with anyone that you want, and no matter how many people, who would you invite and what would you serve them?
Oh my goodness. What a question that is. There's so many people that I would love to sit down and have a meal with. I think probably if I was to choose the meal, I would say seafood.
Okay.
Just some really nice, fresh seafood. And who would I sit down with? Is it someone who's alive, or
It can be anyone.
Could it be anyone? I mean, who am I listening to at the moment? I mean, it'd have to be a musician, because I just love talking to creative people and finding out how the mind works. But probably someone like Joni Mitchell.
Okay.
Singer-songwriter, American singer-songwriter. She just seems like a really interesting person, and also a really fun person. And yeah, she likes wine, so we'd get on well. Someone like that.
Okay. That sounds good. Cool. Okay, well, thank you very much.
Thanks, Lawrence.
And good luck with your new release, and I'm looking forward to the new song.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lawrence. All the best.
Thanks.